close, and pull it back. And close, 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 and pull it back. That's great. May I present you Shinx? All right, there we are. Hi, it's great to meet you. Before we get started, I need to confirm just a bit of information before we can get on with any of our personal information. So, name. Perfect. Date of birth. All right. And last four of your trainer ID, please. Excellent. Okay. Looks like we've got the right person here. So, you are here to receive your very first Pokemon companion and get all of the required items and information to start your journey. All right, of course. So let's look through your chart here. Make sure we've got everything. Okay. So looks like you are from Eterna City. Is that right? Okay. And Vermilion City, headed to the port of the Kanto region, I see. All right. Home of the famous Lieutenant Surge, of course, as I'm sure you're quite aware, if that is where you've chosen to begin your journey. And let's look through your prior medical history. It looks like you've indicated that you have experienced a prior leg injury. Is that correct? Okay. And how did you sustain that injury? Really? Okay, so let me just make a quick note of that. There's a few missing bits of information in your chart here. Head butted by a turtwig. Okay. Oh, your friend's sister's turtwig in Eterna City. Okay. Those can be a nasty injury, I'm sure. We'll go over our health exam before we send you off, but I'm sure it won't hinder your ability to begin your journey very soon in any way. All right, we'll get that, make a note to check that out. Oh, and it looks like you have signed up for the coastal package today, so we will make sure we get you the right equipment. And you have also qualified for the trainer assistance program. Excellent. Okay. You'll simply receive a few additional items to help you get started on your journey. That is a very competitive application. I'm very impressed. Let me jot down a few notes here. And what's your current familiarity with the Vermilion City area? Okay, not a whole lot of information currently known. That's fine, you're just starting out, that's not a problem. We will get you briefed just enough to get you where you need to go. Okay, and what made you choose the Kanto region for your journey? They do have a long history of very successful trainers. That is correct. Perhaps you can make some powerful friends and get put under one of their wing, perhaps. All right. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the proceedings here. Before we get started with anything, we want to make sure that your health is up to the task of the sometimes rather difficult challenge of a Pokemon trainer journey. So if, of course, you are planning on challenging the Pokemon League, you will be required to obtain all 8 badges in the Kanto region and complete the Elite Four challenge and, of course, usurp the reigning Pokemon champion. Of course. So it is quite grueling. If you are okay with it, we will go ahead and just give you a brief exam to make sure just the basics are up to par. Sound good? Okay, so let's go ahead and step over here to the exam area. That way I don't have the table between you and I, and we will get this out of the way. All right, just follow me, please. All right, this won't take long at all, so just relax and we'll get through this real quick. We just want to make sure that you are ready to be the absolute best trainer that you can. The first thing that I'm going to do is just have a little listen to your heart. So if you can just breathe nice and relaxed, and I'm going to take a quick listen. So I'm going to put this right here and go ahead and breathe. That's good. Right, let's try here. That sounds good, okay. Alright, that sounds great. Good job. No any kind of inconsistencies with the heartbeat. Sound strong as an ox, or strong as a Tauros, as they say in Kanto. Next, I'm going to have a little listen to your lungs to make sure that you are ready for those long treks across the plains and mountains there in the Kanto region. I'm going to place this nice and gently on your back, and then I'm going to ask you to take a series of deep breath in and out. Sound all right? Excellent. I'm going to just put this right here on your back. All right, that's perfect. Now, if you can just take a deep breath in and hold it right there. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And out. Excellent. Let me move it here. And big deep breath. Deep, 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 deep breath in. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And that's great. All right, almost done. Let's try here. And big deep breath in this time. Big, 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 big. Hold, 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 hold. Hold it, hold it. And let it out. Let's listen to that one more time on that spot. Yeah, sorry, I didn't get a great listen to that one. All right, big breath in. Hold it there, hold it there, hold it there. Good, 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 good. And let it out, relax. All right, that is great. Lungs sound amazing, like I imagined they would. Now, a few hearing tests. Make sure that you can hear any territorial Spiro coming your way. One wouldn't want to be surprised there, would we? So, especially early. Maybe if it's a thunderstorm or anything like that. There's a lot of noises that can be important to hear in a timely manner. Now, how I'm going to do this is I'm going to take my stethoscope here, and I'm going to make a few variety of sounds. Let me know which side you hear it on, right or left. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Excellent, okay. Let's move over here. Perfect. Good job. Got it. All right. That sounds good. That sounds perfect. You completely aced that one. The last thing that I will do here is just test a few of your vision systems here. I'm going to use my trusty light here, it has a few diameter indications, so I'm going to use these to judge against the size and dilations of your pupils when exposed to a variety of angles and intensities of the light. It won't be held on too long, so just try to remain relaxed and I'll do all the work. You don't need to tell me anything or give me any feedback during this portion, so just sit back and relax. I'm going to just have a quick look here. All right. That's great. Bring that in close and pull it back. And close, 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 close. And pull it back. That's great. Let's go a little bit from up top here. All right. And what about from this side? All right. Excellent. And let's go back down here. Let's go down. That's great. You are as fit as they get right here. Perfect. All right. That looked excellent. Now, for the fun part, I'm going to shine that light here, and you are going to try to watch my finger, and I'm going to put this light in a variety of angles, and I just want you to let me know when that finger moves. Does that make sense? All right. That's perfect. So, eyes right here. Perfect. All right. Now, keep an eye, and we're going to move that light around. Yep, that's great. All right. That's good. You have got the hang of this. That's perfect. All right. Great, all right. I don't think that bright sun is going to bother you much. That is all there is to it. I told you it would not be an issue, so you absolutely look perfectly fit and ready for your Pokemon adventure. Of course, without taking into account any further look we might need to end up taking at that leg injury, but that's something we'll discuss here at a later time. All right, let's move back over to the lab table and let's continue with our Pokemon Adventure start. All right, let's go. All right, now that we have the rather boring portion of today's proceedings out of the way, we can begin with the most enjoyable portion, the selection of your Pokemon companion. I know you have been looking forward to this part of today. With that said, we here at the Universal Pokémon Lab in Orinor City have the good fortune of a wide variety of Pokemon companions at our disposal, made available to us courtesy of the various Pokemon professors across the Pokemon world. With that said, we have 3 very exciting Pokemon opportunities for you today that I'm sure you will be quite pleased with. Are you ready to begin? This is a rather important decision after all. Of course. First up, we have, bear with me, the feeling Pokemon, Ralts. As you can see by this example here, Ralts is a psychic and fairy type. With this Pokemon's unique abilities, one is not to be disappointed with the versatility and utilization of powerful abilities. Ralts is a special attack Pokemon who does not pose as much of a threat with the physical side of the Pokemon move repertoire, but the special attack variations that you are sure to be very pleased with pack quite the punch. Ralts is quite resistant to fighting type and resistant to psychic type as well. But I must warn you, the poison type variety might become quite sinister if faced often. So you must be very cautious of those pesky Zubats that are known to frequent the various caves that you are going to travel through in the Kanto region. With that said, we also have a 3 evolution line here with a nice preview of its final form, Gardevoir. Of course, yes. This is quite the lethal Pokemon when trained properly and can be quite the friendly companion as well. Excellent. With Gardevoir at your side, courtesy of the Trainer Assistance Program, you will also receive a very handy technical machine, also known as a Pokemon TM. This is a move that is teachable to your Pokemon. Each Pokemon you choose, or your options to choose today, come with a unique TM to that Pokemon's ability and is specialized with their either special or physical attack prowess in mind. The special attack TM that you are going to receive, if Ralts is indeed your chosen, there you go. If Ralts is indeed your chosen companion, you will receive TM40, also known as Swift. Swift is a special attack with a base power of 60 and with the unique ability of never missing its opponent, which can be quite useful early on in your journey. So, TM40, Swift, and Ralts for your consideration. It is not to disappoint. Next up, we have a Pokemon that is quite the change of pace from Ralts, but equally as useful and enjoyable to train. May I present you Shinx? Yes, quite the lively one. Shinx is a pure electric type and will maintain that typing all the way through its 3 evolutions. Shinx is known as the Flash Pokemon and prides itself on its physical attack prowess, and it may prevent you from falling victim to those many flying type Pidgey Pokemon that you are sure to run across early in your journey across the Kanto region. The tall grass is known to be full of them. Now, Shinx also, when fully trained and evolved, becomes the powerful Luxray. Yes, quite impressive, of course. Now, Luxray boasts a powerful electric move repertoire with a physical attack twist. With Shinx in mind, and if chosen as your companion, you will receive, as you did with Ralts, a very specialized TM. This time in the form of TM66, also known as Thunderfang. Now, Thunderfang, as I'm sure you are well versed in, similar to Ice Fang and Fire Fang, is a physical attack move and boasts a base power of 65. The interesting aspects of Thunderfang are that it may apply flinch or paralysis from time to time to your opponents, so might be quite the utility move given a situation where a battle is in question. So, Shinx is a very admirable choice, not to be outdone or to outdo Ralts, but I think all 3 options today offer a variety of benefits and drawbacks. Of course, the electric type Shinx is quite weak to ground type, so you must be quite cautious when making your way to Viridian City and the ground type trainer there. Now, with that in mind, I must also add that Shinx might be very well versed against Misty's water type Pokemon in Cerulean City. So if Lieutenant Surge's electric type with his very, very well known Raichu, if he is giving you any kind of trouble early in your journey, perhaps make your way to Cerulean City and start off with something that you are super effective against. Now, Ralts, on the other hand, with the Psychic Fairy type combination, will be quite good in the latter portions of your journey, perhaps against several of the Elite Four members, such as the Fighting Specialist Bruno or the Dragon Tamer Lance. So keep that in mind, that perhaps there will be sort of a long play in mind if Ralts is your choice, and maybe a few early victories made easier with a Shinx option. Any questions? Of course, we will get to the third and final choice. Next up is the Desert Croc Pokemon, Sandile. Quite cute, of course. Now, do not let that cute demeanor fool you. It becomes quite the nasty crocodile when properly trained, cared for, and leveled to perfection for a absolute beast of a ground dark type. Now, Sandile does maintain that similar ground dark type, obviously not as powerful as your fully evolved Crocodile will become if Sandile is indeed your choice for companion, but Sandile does boast quite the powerful physical attack abilities. Not extremely versed in the special attack variety, but not to worry, with such powerful moves naturally learned through evolution, such as Earthquake or Crunch. Now, with Sandile, you may be very well prepared for an early electric battle with Lieutenant Surge. So if you are looking to pack a punch directly off of the boat once you hit Vermilion City, Sandile might be the appropriate choice, but know that when hitting Pokemon such as the Cerulean City Water-type trainer Misty or the Grass-type Erica, you might face some challenges. But there are, once again, drawbacks and benefits to each of today's Pokemon. Now, with the Sandile selection in mind, the TM that we can offer you today is none other than TM46 Thief. Now, Thief is of course, physical attack move and has a base power of 60 with a unique chance to steal the held item by your opponent's Pokemon. So if your opponent's Pokemon is perhaps holding on to a berry that it plans to utilize mid-battle to regain some health, you may snatch that berry if you utilize Thief at the proper time, before the berry is eaten, of course. So it can be quite the handy trick, given you are in a pinch of a battle or need to get off to a very quick and bold start. So TM46 Thief for your consideration. With that said, those are your 3 options for Pokemon companions. They are all 3 very wise choices, but of course only one can be selected. You will have many options and many opportunities, no doubt, to catch a variety of other Pokemon to join your 6 Pokemon Party companion group. But today's selection is meant to be that closest companion and that Pokemon who will accompany you at the very first of the steps in your journey. So make your selection carefully, but don't overthink it. It's best to, most of the time, go with what's in your heart and with your gut? Ah, okay. Very, very wise choice. And I think it will suit you perfectly. So I will keep that Pokeball for you here. And these two will provide two very lucky other trainers, very enjoyable companions. Now, with that said, it is time to provide you with your additional items and accompanying material that you have selected with the coastal package and get you on your way. So allow me to grab all the peripherals needed. All right. Now, with your coastal package, you have very useful items at your disposal. Of course, you still receive the customary 4 Pokeballs that every trainer at the Universal Pokémon Lab receives to start their journey, but with the coastal package in mind, you also receive the complimentary Good Rod to begin your journey with quite the splash at any fishable body of water. This Good Rod will provide ample opportunities to catch a wide variety of water-based Pokemon and will no doubt become quite useful upon arrival at Vermilion City. Of course, it is a port town and is surrounded by a large amount of fishable bodies of water that are teeming with Pokemon, eager to join you on your journey. Now, if I can be of service to you in guiding you along your fishing journey, you of course will have to purchase your own bait there at the port and select any other things that you would like to go along with your fishing rod here. Now, this rod comes in 2 parts. This top portion simply remove and slide into the front of the fishing rod, and it of course will become a full length pole here that will serve you quite well. With that said, you will be quite ready for a port docking adventure here with this Good Rod and 4 Pokeballs perfectly suited to capture any of the water Pokemon that you do happen to pull in. If I can offer one bit of advice, when landing at the Vermilion City port, it is important to know that there are several Pokemon right there off the dock that are available to you with the use of a Good Rod. Most notably, Horsey, Krabby, and Magikarp. If I can recommend one of the 3, a early Magikarp will provide you with a long-term opportunity to train it to that very powerful Gyarados final evolution. But if a Horsey into a Seadra or Krabby into a Kingler is more your style, there is no harm in that. So if, of course, you would like to skip that altogether and begin your journeys elsewhere and maybe catch a Pokemon in the tall grass or fish in another route, please feel free. We just want to make sure that you have a bit of information to start with. Any questions? Of course. Now, when landing in Vermilion City, let's go ahead and pull up a bit more of the information there and see if there are any other notes here. Ah, yes, I have received word that the Pokemon Fan Club in Vermilion City is currently accepting applications for new members, so might not be a poor choice to pay them a visit and see if you might qualify. I know there are rewards for their benefit or for their members, and the prestige might just help you obtain that caliber of trainer that you indicated you are interested in becoming. And unfortunately, no, I do not maintain any current contacts within the Pokemon fan club, so I can't help you out there, but I'm sure you won't have any problems making ends meet in that department. And now, I think I can help you out, however, though. To get to Vermilion City, you need to, of course, go down to the R&R City port and book a trip on the SSN to a direct path to Vermilion City. Of course, it stops there for many, many days out of the year. So it is a common travel path that the SSN takes. I do happen to know the captain, so please allow me to write you a note. And let's get that torn out for you. Please give this to the portmaster and tell them that Professor Willow sent you, and they will make sure that you get a boarding pass free of charge. They owe me a few favors, of course, so yes, it's the least I can do. We like to make sure that we can help our new trainers out in any way that we can, so not a problem at all. Please use it to boost yourself early in your journey and make us all proud. With that said, is there anything else we can do for you today? No? Excellent. Actually, before I forget, before I send you on your way, there is one other thing I wanted to take care of. You did mention that prior leg injury, and I almost let you walk out of here without addressing that. We do have a specialist there at the Vermilion City Clinic, and I would like to write you a referral to get you properly and more in-depth checked out there before you get on any bicycles in the Kanto region. I know the bike culture is quite strong in that region, of course, with the bike paths and various other routes that are taken on the two-wheel variety transportation. I think it would be wise to make sure that leg is ready to withstand such heavy activity. So I must insist that you see the specialist before purchasing a bike, of course. This referral will get you right in. All right, that should be all you need, and I am happy to help. There we go, of course. And I think that is all that I have for you. Are you sure there are no additional questions? Great, all right. Well, please, good luck on your journey and be safe out there.